Prince Harry has revealed a private family tradition used to remember Princess Diana on two of the most significant dates connected to her life. On Diana's July 1st birthday and the August 31st anniversary of her death, Harry says he, Meghan Markle, and their children make a lemon drizzle cake. It is a small ritual, but it answers a deeply personal question. How does Harry introduce his mother to Archie and Lilibet, the grandchildren Diana never had the chance to meet? Harry shared the tradition on July 11, 2026, during Scotty's summer festival at Maxstoke Castle in Warwickshire. The event brought together bereaved children and their relatives through Scotty's Little Soldiers, a British charity supporting young people whose parents served in the military and died. Harry serves as the organization's global ambassador. During a question-and-answer session, a 16-year-old participant named Sebastian asked whether Harry did anything special on the anniversary of his mother's death or on her birthday. Harry's answer was direct. The family makes lemon drizzle cake. He then explained that traditions matter, adding that they are especially meaningful when they are sweet. For verified entertainment updates, without the rumors, subscribe to Startline Entertainment. The newly revealed detail may sound modest compared with the large public memorials associated with Diana, but that appears to be part of its significance. This is not a state ceremony, a statue unveiling, or a televised tribute. It is a repeatable activity inside Harry's own household, one that allows his children to associate Diana's memory with family participation rather than only with photographs and history books. Harry did not say that lemon drizzle cake was Diana's favorite, nor did he explain why his family selected it. Unless he offers more detail, that part should remain unanswered. What is confirmed is that the Sussex household observes both Diana's birthday and the anniversary of her death through the same cake-making tradition. Diana was born on July 1st, 1961, near Sandringham in Norfolk. She died on August 31st, 1997, following a car crash in Paris. She was 36. Harry was 12 when his mother died, while his brother, Prince William, was 15. Those dates have long carried both public and private meaning. Diana's birthday often prompts photographs, charity reflections, and tributes to her humanitarian work. The anniversary of her death tends to bring a more somber review of the crash, the public mourning that followed, and the lives of the two young sons she left behind. Harry's cake tradition connects those two dates without treating them exactly the same. One marks Diana's arrival and life, the other marks her loss. By repeating a family ritual on both days, Harry appears to be placing celebration and remembrance inside the same tradition. That interpretation follows the structure of his comments, although he did not publicly describe the ritual in those exact terms. It also continues an idea Harry expressed years earlier. Ahead of the 25th anniversary of Diana's death in 2022, he said he wanted the day to be filled with memories of her work and love, and that he hoped to share her spirit with his family and with his children, whom he wished could have known her. The lemon drizzle cake now provides a concrete example of how that intention entered family life. Archie and Lilibet cannot have personal memories of Diana, but rituals can give children a way to understand a relative through stories, repetition, and shared activity. Harry has not disclosed the private conversations accompanying the cake, so it would be inappropriate to invent what he tells them or how they respond. The setting where Harry disclosed the tradition added another layer. Scotty's Little Soldiers works with children and young people dealing with the death of a parent who served in the British Armed Forces. Harry's connection to the organization reflects both his military background and his experience of losing a parent during childhood. People reported that approximately 200 children and family members attended the Warwickshire festival. That context helps explain why a teenager's question about remembrance received such a personal answer. Harry was speaking among families for whom anniversaries, birthdays, and traditions may carry both grief and comfort. His response offered one example of keeping a deceased parent's presence inside ordinary family life without suggesting that one tradition works for everyone. Harry has repeatedly discussed how difficult it was to understand and process Diana's death as a child. During an April 2026 mental health speech in Melbourne, he said that loss can be disorienting at any age, and that ignoring grief does not make it disappear. He described the additional pressure of processing childhood loss while living under intense public attention. He also acknowledged that he lacked the emotional tools to manage that grief for years. In earlier interviews connected to his memoir, Harry said he wished he had been able to talk more openly about losing his mother and celebrate her life instead of remaining emotionally numb. That history makes the newly revealed tradition notable. Harry is not only speaking about Diana after the fact, he is building a family practice around remembering her. It suggests a movement from grief, as something endured privately, to remembrance, as something deliberately shared across generations. That is analysis based on his public comments, not a clinical judgment about his emotional state. Diana's public legacy remains tied to causes including HIV and AIDS awareness, homelessness, children's welfare, and the campaign against landmines. The royal family's official biography notes that commemorative charities and projects have continued her work after her death. Harry has pursued several causes that echo areas associated with his mother. In 2006, he co-founded Centabale with Prince Siaso of Lesotho to support children and young people affected by poverty, inequality, and HIV to AIDS. The organization's name means "forget-me-not" in Siasoto, creating an explicit link between remembrance and continuing service. In 2022, Harry described the charity as being founded in honor of both men's mothers. He has also followed Diana's example in landmine advocacy. In 2019, Harry visited Angola and walked through an area cleared by the Halo Trust, recalling Diana's widely photographed 1997 walk through a minefield there. That was a public continuation of her humanitarian work. The cake tradition is a private continuation of her place within the family. Those two forms of remembrance serve different purposes. Charity work communicates Diana's public legacy to a global audience. A family ritual allows her son and grandchildren to remember her as part of their own family story. The distinction matters because Diana was both an international public figure and a mother whose death permanently affected her children. Prince William has also honored Diana through public projects, including the statue unveiled at Kensington Palace on what would have been her 60th birthday in 2021. William and Harry attended that unveiling together. The statue's setting and accompanying design were intended to reflect Diana's warmth, elegance, and impact across generations. Public visitors have continued leaving flowers and photographs at memorial locations associated with her. Harry's new comments, however, were specifically about the tradition within his own household. Meghan, Archie, and Lilibet were included in the article's description of the family practice, but the remarks reported from the event came from Harry. No separate statement from Meghan or the children was published, and the children's private reactions should not be assumed. The timing also matters. Diana would have turned 65 on July 1, 2026. Harry disclosed the tradition less than 2 weeks later, while in the United Kingdom and speaking directly with children who had also experienced parental loss. That placed his answer within a current period of remembrance rather than as an abstract discussion of the past. There is no evidence that the tradition is newly created. Harry said the family routinely makes the cake, but the reporting does not establish when they began doing it or whether it has taken the same form each year. It would therefore be safest to describe it as a newly revealed tradition, not necessarily a new tradition. It is also worth separating this story from broader speculation about Harry's relationships with other members of the royal family. His answer did not criticize Prince William, King Charles, or any other relative. The focus was Diana, his children, and the value of family traditions. Adding a feud narrative would misrepresent the event. The start line takeaway is that the update is small in scale but meaningful in context. Prince Harry has spent years explaining how Diana's death shaped him. His newest disclosure shows one way he now turns remembrance into an activity his children can share. What changed is not Diana's public legacy, which has been discussed for decades. What changed is the public's understanding of how Harry's household remembers her behind closed doors. The lemon drizzle cake gives Archie and Lilibet a recurring connection to their grandmother without requiring a major public occasion. What viewers should not assume is that the cake was Diana's favorite, that the ritual replaces other forms of remembrance, or that Harry revealed every detail of what the family does. He offered one tradition and one explanation. Traditions matter, particularly when they carry sweetness. The verified summary is this. Harry said that he, Meghan, Archie, and Lilibet Make lemon drizzle cake on Princess Diana's July 1st birthday, and on August 31st, the anniversary of her death. He revealed the tradition while answering a bereaved teenager's question at a Scotty's Little Soldiers event in Warwickshire on July 11, 2026. Nearly 3 decades after Diana's death, the ritual shows how remembrance can move from one generation into the next. Archie and Lilibet never met their grandmother, but through a cake, a family story, and 2 dates marked each year, Harry is making sure her place within their family is not forgotten.